Hi guys, and welcome to another Watch Geek video and another unboxing and first impressions. Today we're unboxing a model from the American brand Oceanica. This is their model called the Searaven, and it comes in this cardboard box that has this rubberized coating on top, so it really does feel premium. So let's open the box and be greeted by this watch. Here you have the card for the warranty, and here's the watch itself on a pillow. So let's take out the pillow, move the box away, and get to the watch. Now right off the bat, this is instantly one of the coolest watches that I've ever reviewed, simply because of the fact that it comes with a shark as a logo. I mean, how cool is that? As for the watch itself, this is a diver, naturally 200-meter water resistant. It's 40 millimeters by just over 47, and they claim it's 12 millimeters thick on their webpage, but this does seem slightly thicker. So I believe some of the brands that when they name their thickness and when they put the thickness as the specs, they sometimes don't include the crystal. I believe this is the case. I will have all the specs in the corner of the screen because, like I said, this is just the unboxing and first impressions. You do stay tuned for the full review when I do the macro shots to see just how well this thing is made. But like I said, 40 millimeters but just under 48. 12 plus millimeters thick. It's not too thick. It does look kind of chunky, but as you can see, the bezel is sloped, the crystal is sloped, so the actual watch doesn't look too thick. Screw-in crown, naturally it's signed, and the watch is powered by a Miyota 9015, meaning that it comes with hacking, hand winding, and that it comes with a higher beat rate than the usual Seiko NH series, so 28,800 bph instead of the more usual 21,600, which again is another thing that gives it a bit of a premium feel. Now when it comes to the price, these are full retail at $349, but currently they're on sale for $219. And quite frankly, for $219, given the specs and the overall look, because this is one of the more original divers that I've had a chance to review, this really is a no-brainer. Based on the movement alone, it's in those price ranges where you get like $300, $400, or $500 price point, and this at just over 200 for a Miyota 9015 is really cool. You get the date at 3 o'clock, and naturally you get a sapphire. It's a domed sapphire, and they did it the way I like it, meaning that it comes with anti-reflective coating on the inside only, and apparently it has 3 layers of AR coating. I hate coatings on the outside. I know they improve legibility, but over time people scratch them, and like I said a million times in my videos, to me, it makes no sense to use one of the hardest materials known to man, a sapphire, and then put a softer coating on top. So going for the inner AR only is the right way to do it. Even though you do get some reflections because this is a domed crystal, with a flat one it would probably be more legible, but underwater a domed crystal does have its advantages, because a flat one, when you get over 45-degree angle, you get a mirror effect, so you don't see the dial at all. With a domed one, you can always see the dial. I especially like the markers that are a combination of white and red, and I do like that the hands really match the markers, because as you can see when you look at them like this, when the steel part of the hands disappears, this looks very minimalistic, like it's just a white line that corresponds to the white line of the minute markers or the hour markers. But when you get it at the right light, you can see that it comes with silver polished hands, and they're arrow shaped, very nicely done, and they're the proper length, meaning each hand reaches their designated markers. I do like the second hand as well. And overall, it's a very clean design, and quite frankly, like I said, it looks pretty original. It doesn't look as generic as just another variant of the Submariner. The bezel is a ceramic, so another plus on the spec side for the price. And I do like the finish of the case. As you can see, both the case and the bracelet are completely bead blasted, so it has a very toolish appearance, and I do like it. Now personally, I always prefer a brushed finish compared to a bead blasted, but I have to admit I'm pleasantly surprised with this one. Especially when you see this kind of finish, you expect a titanium watch or even aluminum. like the swatch irony from like decades ago. So you expect it to be very light, very like toyish, but then you take it in your hands and you realize that it has quite a lot of mass. It's massive, it's heavy, and all of a sudden like this bead blasted finish becomes like, makes it feel like even more robust than it is. Very cool. The bracelet is a Jubilee one, and I'm so glad they didn't go for the trap that many brands go to when they do a Jubilee. They make these male endlings that stick out. As you can see on this one, the lug-to-lug of the watch is the total lug-to-lug with the bracelet, which is pretty cool, and I'm very grateful for that because I have a very small 6.5 inch wrist. So when brands put those male endlings, the watches usually stick out, or should I say the endlings stick out, so I always switch those kind of watches on a strap. But this one looks pretty okay, and given the dimensions, I'm pretty sure it's gonna wear pretty well on my 6.5 inch wrist. Now let's try the bezel. It's unidirectional, 120 clicks. We're gonna do a lume shot, a wrist shot, and that's gonna be it for this unboxing and first impressions. But like I said, do stay tuned for the full review when we put this under macro to see if the quality under macro matches the overall aesthetic of the watch. Like I said, I really do like it. I like that the numerals on the bezel are really small, the bezel is pretty thin, so the hour markers in the hands really pop. And look at the way the hour hand like comes to the half mark of the hour marker when the minute hand, as you can see, this tip comes to the half of the marker, which is how it should be. I hate when brands make hands too short. Some can even make them too long where they go all the way out, but as you can see here, when the minute hand passes the hour marker, it's just right proportion wise, and proportions are everything. You can have all the specs right on paper. If you miss the proportions between the case, bezel and dial, hands, markers, the watch is gonna look off. This is one of those few watches that really look well proportioned. Okay, so let's try the bezel. The bezel is pretty smooth, very soft clicks, but it does have some resistance, so I like it. Usually when bezels are too smooth, they're gonna like move accidentally. This one does have the right amount of resistance. It's quite similar to my Submariner, slightly less smooth, but given the price, again, it's pretty good. So let's put it on my 6.5 inch wrist, and I haven't sized the watch yet. I just wanted to open it in front of you. So let's put it on my 6.5 inch wrist and see how it looks. And as you can see, like I said, 40 millimeters by 47 point something. It wraps my wrist pretty much perfectly. And because the Jubilee comes with female endlings, as you can see, it goes straight down, so it actually looks okay. If this had male endlings, it would look ridiculous on my wrist without a strap, but like this, I can pull it off on the bracelet alone. Very cool, very nice. Now, the only downside and the thing that reveals the price point is the fact that they still have these micro adjustment holes instead of on-the-fly adjustment like a glide lock. But like I said, given the price, you cannot complain. It comes with a solid case back. Again, always a plus for a diver instead of a transparent one. So overall, a really well-designed watch. I have to admit, I'm positively surprised. And like I said, the one thing that I truly prefer is the fact it's not just another Submariner clone. It has its own thing. Even the way the lugs come to the case, it looks very original, and I do like that. And like I said, the bonus, a shark on the dial. I mean, that gives the coolness factor of like infinity. Okay, so let's charge the watch slightly. We're gonna do a lume shot, and that's gonna be it for today. Okay, so with the watch charged, let me zoom in as much as I can, let the camera focus, and we're gonna turn off the lights. And as you can see, the lume is Super Luminova, so it glows a blue, and it's quite potent. Now on camera, it appears like the hour markers are slightly weaker than the bezel. In reality, they seem pretty even. Very nice. The lume, as you can see, is quite okay given the amount that it's been applied, and it actually looks cool because it's a blue. Now if you follow my channel, you always prefer when the lume on the bezel is only done on the triangle, because it makes the reading of the time more more legible, but even this is quite okay. Anyways, that's it when it comes to this unboxing and first impressions. Like I said, do stay tuned for the full review. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.